Welcome to Africa Whispers. Please like and subscribe to see more. And now for our story, The Curse of the Forgotten Deity. Chapter 1. Blood runs deep. Cherish the words. Jealousy is the disease. Hatred is the curse. But there is no fate worse than being forgotten by the worst. In the heart of Enugu, Nigeria, where the red earth baked under the scorching sun and the wind carried the echoes of old gods, two brothers were born into a household of jealousy and betrayal. Obinna, the son of the first wife, was a man of kindness, well liked by the villagers, but hated by his half-sister, Adanna. She was the daughter of Neka, the second wife, a woman as cunning as a hyena and just as ruthless. Neka had spent years poisoning Adanna's heart against Obinna, whispering to her by the fireside. "Your brother wants everything that is yours. Your father loves him more. You must never trust him." Obinna, ever hopeful, tried to build a bridge where their mothers had dug trenches. He shared his food with her, stood up for her when elders chastised her, and even gifted her the finest coral beads from Onitsha market. But Adanna only saw weakness. She would smile in front of the elders, pretend to be a dutiful sister, but when no one was looking, she made his life unbearable. She whispered lies into their father's ears. She turned friends against him. She laughed when he suffered. But Obinna never fought back. And that was his mistake. Because Adanna wasn't just cruel, she was dangerous. Chapter 2. The Woman at the Market. One humid afternoon, Obinna wandered through the Ogbit market, where traders bickered over the price of yam and egusi, and the scent of fried akara drifted through the air. His eyes caught a blue and gold embroidered agbada, the kind worn by chiefs and noblemen. He thought that Adanna would look good in this. He bought it, hoping, once again, to win her love. But when he presented it to her, she threw it into the fire. "This is cursed," she hissed. "You think I don't know what you're up to?" Obinna stood there, stunned. That night, as he walked alone, feeling the weight of rejection, he spotted an old woman struggling with a calabash full of water. Without hesitation, he rushed to help her. She hesitated. "You shouldn't meddle in things you don't understand." But he insisted. He carried the calabash all the way to her hut, deep in the forest where the Igbo spirits still walked among men. Inside, her son lay dying, his body trembling, his lips cracked from fever. Obinna cooked for them, fed them, and stayed until the boy could sit upright again. As he prepared to leave, the old woman gripped his wrist with surprising strength. "You have a good heart," she said. "But hearts as pure as yours call out to things best left sleeping." Obinna thought nothing of it. But the spirits did. And they were watching. Chapter 3. The Turning Tide. Days later, Chijioke, the old woman's son, recovered completely. Grateful, he approached Obinna's father with an offer of marriage for his daughter. But there was only one daughter of age in the household. Adanna. Obinna was overjoyed. He thought this marriage would finally give her the happiness she sought. But Adanna. She was furious. Not only had Obinna grown more respected in the village, but now he had become a bringer of good fortune. She would not allow it. If she wasn't happy, no one would be. So she sought out the Tagati. Chapter 4: The Forbidden Curse. In the depths of the Mbamiri forest, where the air reeked of burnt offerings and dried blood, lived the feared Togati, a dibia who could command the spirits for a price. Her name was Ezemwo, and the villagers spoke of her only in hushed tones. Adana found her sitting cross-legged in the center of a chalk-drawn CBD circle, her wrinkled skin covered in white markings that moved as though alive. Ezemwo did not look up. "You have come to trade," she rasped. Adana dropped a bag of cowries and dried kola nuts before her. "I want him gone," she whispered. Ezemwo laughed. A deep, unnatural sound that sent chills down Adana's spine. "You are playing with something ancient, girl." "I don't care." The Togati's eyes, black as the night sky, finally met hers. "Then bring me something that belongs to him, and a drop of your blood." Adana did as she was told. The next night, Obina would die. Or so she thought. Chapter 5: The Wrath of Amedioha. The spirits of the land, the Alusi, had been watching. And they were angry. Because what Adana did not know, what even her mother had never told her, was that their bloodline was already cursed. Long ago, their ancestor had betrayed Amedioha, the god of justice. He had slaughtered an innocent man and taken his land, and Amedioha had sworn vengeance on his descendants. Their family was marked. And when Adana called upon the spirits, she didn't curse Obina. She cursed herself. That night, as she lay in bed, she felt a chill creep through her bones. The shadows in her heart shifted unnaturally. She heard her own voice whispering from the darkness. "You will suffer as you have made others suffer. You will know the pain you have caused." The next morning, she awoke screaming. Because Obina was untouched. But her own reflection was missing from the water. Chapter 6: The Unraveling. The villagers noticed fast. Adana stopped eating. She stopped speaking. Her skin grew paler, her hair thinned, her eyes sank into her skull. She saw things no one else saw. Shadows moving where there were none. Footsteps when she was alone. Whispers that grew louder every night. And then, one evening, she ran through the marketplace, screaming. "The gods have come for me," she shrieked. "They will tear me apart." She ran to the shrine of Amedioha, collapsed at the foot of the thunder god's altar, and with one final cry, fell silent. She was never seen again. Epilogue: The Ghost of Adana. Obina never celebrated. Even when the village rejoiced that justice had been served. Even when people whispered that the gods had chosen to protect him. He only stood at the edge of the Niger River, staring at the place where Adana had disappeared into the trees. Because sometimes, in the dead of night, when the wind blew just right, he still heard her voice. "Brother, help me." But there was no one left to help her now. Thank you for watching, and if you would like to see more, please like and subscribe.